Have you got a thriving yet tired little greenhouse?
Nothing that a little bit of TLC won't fix. Hey, Charlie, when did the figs start growing on these things, man?
It's going to be a long day.
Oh, how good is this? These old casement windows. I'm in vintage heaven.
Sure, it's a bit run down, but I reckon this greenhouse has got bags of potential.
You talking about me again?
I am.
What have you got planned for me?
Look, we've got a bit of a greenhouse reno. All these shady plants, they're doing really well, but take a look at it. We can do better than this, can't we?
Yeah, definitely. And it's about using things that you might have in your shed, underneath the house, or even finding on the side of the road. Like this owner has here, the treasures are amazing.
Yeah, look, some people call it hoarding, but you can find some absolute gems, and the best part is it's going to cost you next to nothing. Okay, come on, let's get all of this out so we can see what we're working with. So, Ads, what I want to do with this space is it's got to be functional and practical mainly.
Yep.
It's a greenhouse, but it needs to look beautiful as well.
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's a great size. Like, with everything cleared out,
yeah,
it's fantastic. So what's your idea about, like, what do you want to do up here? With
this frame's probably all right. Can we get a bit more height out of it, though?
Yeah, so pitched roof going all the way through, working off this gold pipe, and then I can work in between these panels and maybe incorporate those old treasures that I found, the old windows, the old doors, keeping that rustic feel.
So we can get rid of the nasty old lattice. But what I really want to do up this end is make it more like a conservatory. So we've got a bit of shade and a bit of sun.
Love it.
Do it all in glass, but we could have a sink and maybe a potting bench as well. It'd be great.
So organisation's key.
Organisation, practicality, but still looking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like yourself.
Like us, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. With this area cleared out, you can really see what we're working with, and it's a great size. I'm lucky enough to have this sleeper that runs the whole length of our greenhouse. So I've just put a post bracket in, and I'll slip the post into that and fix it off. Then for the wall frames, I'm going to be making them up in prefab sections.
So what have we pulled out of the greenhouse? Well, we've actually got a real bounty of plants. This is what I love about gardening, growing things that you like that are personal to you. Take this, we've got a calathea here, we've even got some tillandsia, some ferns, some philodendrons. Whether you've got a greenhouse or not, now is the perfect time to give your plants a bit of a health check. The weather's a little bit cooler, so it takes the whole stress of the heat out of the process. For us, it's our potted plants, but I'm just going to nip off the dying leaves and take out the old flower spikes. I've got some seaweed solution, and I'm just going to dunk each plant in there until the air bubbles disappear. It's just going to promote some more growth. Now, to save a bit of money, I'm making my own potting mix, but that's not the only reason I'm doing it. These plants like quite a free-draining soil, so it's allowed me to put some perlite and some gritted sand in there. Just mix that up with some coir, and it's good to go.
Now, because I've used offcuts of timber that I found in the shed, not all the pieces are the same, but Charlie, I reckon it adds to the look.
Exactly. The thing I like the most is we've gained a bit of extra space as well.
Like a flame that falls to die, yeah, you steal the air before I breathe it, so drown my lungs in gas.
This is the exciting bit. The hidden treasures get to go in. Oh, just better fit. No pressure.
Oh, mate, perfect.
You know what the best part about using second-hand material is? You can either get it for dirt cheap, or if you're lucky, you can pick it up for free. But I think it just adds instant character.
Yeah, it's awesome. I love the glass because you know how we're having this whole end as a conservatory? It's just going to make it so much more practical. Delicate plants can go in, but also it's going to extend the growing season. So your tomatoes and zucchinis, they can be bought on at the end of winter.
All right, let's screw it off, mate.
My laser eyes are telling me it's perfect. This is the best looking window we've got.
That's the lightest one too, isn't it?
It is the lightest, and that is why I'm going to leave you with it.
Oh, cheers, mate. Beautiful. This is a beauty. Look at it. Look at that. Yeah. It's like a glove. And to add to that character, I've got these old recycled boards that I'm going to be putting on to clad the whole outside. I think Charlie will be happy with this. It's all coming together.
Rather than totally enclose our greenhouse, I thought it'd be nice to have a spot for the hanging plants. So I found this at the hardware store, cut the legs off and put some hinges on it. That's going to allow us to hang our pots on it. Not only is that going to look great, but the benefit is when it opens and closes, it's going to let air and light into the greenhouse.
The wall's taking shape, we're ready to start on this roof, and the first thing I'm putting up is the ridge. Now I want to get some height in this greenhouse, so I'm making my centre point 700 high. Then I'll attach my rafters to the ridge and run them back to the wall. Once I've got the first one cut, I'll just repeat the same length all the way down. Remember Charlie said this is the conservatory end, and that's why we've put these beautiful windows and doors, which will keep the plants happy. And to really close it up, but to still allow the light to filter through, we're just putting up this white polycarbonate sheeting. Oh, Charlie!
Gonna have a toga party, but I figured we should probably reuse it.
King Charlie.
You like it?
You're all wrapped up, ready to go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You know, every good greenhouse needs a sink for potting up and washing up, and this is perfect. But
Wow.
you're feeling
Yeah,
strong?
it looks heavy.
I have
It
a
definitely
feeling-
looks heavy. I'll tell you what, the owner here, they have done well. They've picked up some beauties. Oh, nah, this is one for the team. That's a golden find, and it's going to be perfect for our greenhouse. We want to use it to create a potting station, which means we need some more bench space. And for that, I'm going to be using this tree to pine plinth to create a table, which is going to butt up against our tub. So these are my two sides. Now to join them together, I'll use the shorter bits to go in between, and then the longer bits will go on top. Look at that. All done. Now just give it a lick of paint, we're ready to put it in place.
And whilst we're at it, I'm gonna paint this old shed in a nice antique white. That's gonna give the whole greenhouse a nice fresh look. And a touch of minty green for the doors.
That's it, clean it away, scrub, scrub, scrub.
Yes, yes, are you done yet or what?
Yes, look at this. You wanted some bench space.
Nice.
You like it? But that's not all, there is more. A drop-in insert. Hey?
That way we could store potting mix in here.
Yep.
We can use this for potting up, for propagation, seeds, even cleaning tools, something like that. It's perfect.
Yeah, fantastic.
And we've got the water, which is lovely jubbly. Because we're planting in a greenhouse, we don't have any soil, so we've got to use pots. We've got a fantastic eclectic mix that have come out of our old greenhouse. Take a look at these old copper ones, they're great. Now, some of them I'm going to leave in their natural patina colour because I like them. That matte finish looks really nice. But I want to clean some up as well, so we've got a nice contrast. The easiest way to do it is with cleaning vinegar. Now, take a look at this. This one's been soaking, and look at that, easy. I'll just rotate it, and that will clean the other half. Now, we've also got this brass pot that I started cleaning up. It was a really dull matte finish and I want a shiny luster to it. So we start with a polishing wheel. We just put some polish on the wheel and then you apply it to the side of the pot. Once you've cleaned a lot of that off, you just swap over to the buffing wheel tidying up that bit. Then you apply this to give a really nice shine. Well, that can take a little while, so I will come back to it, but what if you don't have any antiques? Well, you can cheat the look with some new pots. All you need is a can of spray-on copper. Now, I always suggest a dark pot over the top, and don't completely saturate it. You just want to give the idea that the copper's there.
Sometimes it's the smallest treasures that can have the biggest impact, like this gorgeous LED light window. I think it's going to be the hidden gem in this greenhouse. Some silicone and a timber bead will hold the paint in place. Oh, now that is gorgeous. That's got vintage class written all over it.
Not gonna throw in reverse, not gonna slow it down, not gonna take my time, 'cause it feels just right.
Oh, perfect. That's what I've been looking for.
They look good, don't they?
No, this pedestal. Look at this. But to save me from cleaning this, can we just throw soil in it and pot it up?
A planter ready to go.
Perfect, mate.
Do you want to do some potting or not?
I'll give it a red hot crack. I don't know what's going to happen, but.
It's as simple as that.
Don't forget to tickle the root.
Mate, you've been listening.
I have been listening, Charlie.
You see, you
I take this job very seriously.
Oh, my love, my darling, I hunger.
Don't even make it out of my door.
All right, guys, in we go. Come on, let's green this up.
All right, don't yell at me if I get the position wrong.
You just bring him in, Ed.
Okay.
I'll place him, you bring him in. What started out as a jungle of plants in a rundown old greenhouse has really taken on a whole new character. And I think the plants are going to love it.
Making it up as you go, or there's a method to your madness?
I'll let you in on a little secret.
Here we go.
You just make it up as you go along. As long as everything's got space to grow up,
Yeah,
you can't go
awesome.
wrong.
Beautiful. I like it.
Today, without a word to say.
Now, the owner's plants are going to be much happier in this stand. They've got airflow, they've got water, and they've got space to thrive.
Has finally run dry. I'm under a black sky.
The plants for our hanging frame are a combination of Ripsalis and Monstera. It just gives us this lovely green wall of texture. And like I said before, when you open it up, you can give them as much sun as they need. I think that looks pretty nice. Well, lads, things are coming together nicely, but these windows, they've got a little bit too much character, if you know what I mean.
Mate, some TLC will fix that.
You gonna throw that up?
You betcha. Get scrubbing, boy.
I don't know. Oh, you warmed it for me.
Someone could have cleaned it before we put them in.
Oh, that would have been good thinking, wouldn't it?
Oh, Charlie, that is squeaky clean, mate.
Looking much better, isn't it? All right, now just another, what, 50 odd to go?
Yeah, I'll leave that with you, brother. I'm happy that you actually used the aerated soil in this one.
Well, I know you've got some muscles, mate, so it's all right.
This came up a treat.
Oh, it's better than cleaning it, that's for sure.
It is, mate, it is.
This little ripper,
Oh, look at that.
it's going to climb up here, catch onto this, climb across the top, and just add to that jungle feel, which is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
That is cool.
Here we go. Let's start it off. Very nice. Any idea what this plant's called?
Yeah, it's a copper pot.
The plant?
I got no idea.
Philodendron Rojo Congo.
Yeah, I
That's
like
good, doesn't it?
That's beautiful. Oh, look at this. The organised jungle.
Ah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, it's beautiful, mate.
It's amazing, though, that like 90% of this was already here.
Yeah.
Recycled heaven.
Yeah, that's right. And with recycled, I mean, you can either get it for next to nothing or even free if you like.
Yeah, it's great. My favourite part, though, is that potting bench.
Yeah.
It's got everything you need. It's perfect for a greenhouse.
And this existing structure was here. We've just raised the roof. We have.
It feels much bigger. We've got more plants than we had before, but it feels like we've got less because everything's got space. It's got, you know, room to grow, room to improve.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
It is. It's shabby, it's chic, it's vintage, it's antique, it's everything I'm not.
But it is charming.
Yeah, that's perfect.